Happy New Year's Eve!
We accomplished nothing this year.
Yeah, I can't even think of one thing. Well, we did. Hey everyone, welcome to another podcast episode of Just One Bite. I'm one of your hosts, Nina at Psychofood.
And I'm Tiff at Take One for the Road.
And it's finally the end of the year. Almost, but like, yay, we're here. Yeah, so, I had taken a step back. We really didn't do anything this year. And that's partially true, I think. We did something this year by having this podcast because we started in February. And, I really had us set the goal of doing 50 episodes for this year. But life happened and we have done like 40 something episodes. So
like 48, 49.
something like
40,
that.
Yeah,
something like that.
You know what? Close enough. I think we should be proud of ourselves considering like we tried to start this podcast back in 2023.
True. Yes.
And like this year we actually made it happen. We were very consistent.
We were.
We basically posted every week and we've been working really hard. And we brought it to life and
Now here we are.
yeah.
So I really think we did something good because at the beginning of this year I saw this TikTok where it was like you should set all your goals in quarters, like how it is for work. How there's like Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and set like a goal for each of those quarters that aren't like super big but something that you can remember by. And I would definitely fit quarter one as the start of our podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like I think it's just been our dream to kind of like have this happen. So to actually like see it through, I feel like I'm very bad about keeping my New Year's resolutions every year. But this podcast I feel very accomplished by because we did,
we did a launch party.
We did
like we had guests. We had like all the episodes like laid out, and I think some of the struggles that we had, just like kind of looking back at everything, was like obviously filming those episodes like consistently because if you don't know, I've been driving up to LA to go to Tiff's place and filming there, and then recently in these past like 4 episodes we've been filming like here, and just with our schedules where we're still doing life, and then
like
we're
we
also
work
traveling.
full-time jobs, we're traveling, we're really busy. It's hard to coordinate times, but we've always managed to make time because this podcast is so important to us. And I think we just like we even will make time when we travel, like in Greece. We were exhausted.
Oh my God, yeah.
She literally had a flight at like 6 a.m. It was the end of our trip, and we were filming at like 3 in the morning,
Yeah, and I was like still needed to pack, and I was just like, I don't know what that was. I don't know how I got so tired because I was like, I can rally for a long time, but I don't know what happened that day.
No, you guys should go check out that episode. I just looked busted. I woke up from a nap, like a 20-minute nap. Yeah. And I was so tired. It was the end of our trip too. We did a lot.
But it's fun when we do like an offsite.
Like the Pachango one when we did the Truth or Drink. It's been really fun. I mean, let us know like where you would want us to have our podcast episodes next year, like the fun specials, or like what would you want to see. I think that would also help us a lot too with our podcast going into next year, just because this year we've been able to get some really awesome guests, which we'll like talk about in this episode. And we've like been able to cover some really cool deep topics. I know you guys love the dating topics, but I think some of the struggles Nina and I have had towards the end of the year, it's like, did we run out of things to talk about? Like, what do you guys want to hear from us? Is there something you want us to talk about? Like, help us out. Like, drop a comment about like some topics you'd be interested in us discussing. For next year, so we can start prepping for that. Because
I think for this coming year, we decided that we're gonna kind of take a break in January, but we'll still be posting on our channels, like on our food pages. I mean, channels being like on the Just One Bite Instagram, and we'll still be posting on our own like social media. But I think we're gonna take a pause in January, so we can gather content and then we launch our next set, or I guess next season in February. So we'll still be active, but we're just wanting to make sure that we prep, have our time to ourselves as a break. And then come back with topics that really resonate with everyone. Because one of the things that I guess you guys can stay tuned for is like, I'm trying to get one of my, like, I guess sort of like real estate acquaintances, who is like a real estate like agent, I think. And they make really great content, and they're based here like in SoCal. So I really thought that would be a good person to bring onto the podcast, because a lot of the people who watch, like you guys, we're kind of in the next phase of our life where we're like young adults, or like I guess mid adults now, like where we're finding homes, trying to find a place to call our forever home and settling down. So I thought that would be a really great person to bring on the podcast to give us more awareness on like where to buy, like how to save, how to like save in the sense for like a mortgage, like what's something that you should look out for your first home and stuff. So that's something that you guys can stay tuned for, what we're planning for next year.
I think like Nina and I, what we want is to find guests to come on where it's like you guys would be interested in like certain topics that they discuss, not just content creators, because I think this year we did bring on a lot of our content creator friends, which like was so great, and we loved having our conversations with them and getting to know them, and you getting to know them. But I think, you know, next year we want to focus on other niches, things that are a little bit more like, you know, because not everyone is a content creator, like not all our viewers are content creators, and I totally get that. So, you know, someone who works in real estate would be like really interesting, or like working in different, like people from different industries with different backgrounds, have them come on, talk about their experiences, ask them questions that maybe you guys have, or something like you guys can learn from. I think that's kind of what we're trying to push our podcast towards.
And we'll have like people who are like in the music like industry, so there's like some variety that even like we're like interested in too, because like it's so out of like our niche, but we're very like curious people. So I think that's why like that's something that I've been trying to like await for like us to bring on the podcast, but it's just like scheduling has been a little like difficult for this year, and this year was really about us really getting into the groove of our podcast. And I think we've kind of gotten like our rhythm, but I think next year we'll definitely like kind of re-strategize and make sure we bring like the best to the table moving forward, and obviously for like future years. But as the years go, like I'm sure we'll just keep getting like better at this podcast. And I know too, we've been kind of having like our podcast here like near me in Orange County. So we're gonna be flipping a little bit for our set, where it might be in LA, sometimes it might be here.
We're just trying to make things a little bit more accessible for our guests, because sometimes we have guests who live in OC, we have guests who live in LA, and it's just like, you know, people have busy lives and schedules, and traffic is always crazy here in SoCal. So we're going to try to make things a little bit easier, just like on us, and then also for our guests. So now that we have technically a studio in OC and in LA, we're just going to try to utilize that to be a little bit more efficient.
And then I think also too, what we've been really embarking on, which I think is kind of like a Q3 thing, we've been really focusing on our YouTube channels, like our individual ones, like respectively. And I think we've been doing like a really good job with trying to be like a little bit more active. I know we talked a little bit how we did like a Grease podcast like on site, but we also, if you guys don't know, we did like our own vlogs, me and Tiff, like where we covered like our trip in real time, like in Santorini and Eos and Athens. So if you guys haven't gotten a chance to look at that, we both have that on our channels. So
we've just been trying to push out more vlogs of our lives, so you guys can get to know us a little bit more on a personal level. And I think Nina's really good about vlogging every day, or more daily than I do. I usually just do trips and things.
Dude, I only started vlogging because I'm like, you know, you're right. I should definitely like vlog.
Yeah, because I was like, what are we doing? We take so much content, we take so much footage, and we don't do anything with it. It just sits on our phones, and it like just stacks up on storage, and then we run out of storage, and then it's like, oh, I can't delete this because I never used it. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? This year we need to start just pushing out vlogs, and like even if we have no viewers, at least we have each other, and we
watch each other's. Yeah,
we, like,
even though we've been on the same trip.
Yeah. We'll watch each other's. We'll support each other's, and like, you know,
that's what it's really all about, though. Because I like, if you know me, even if you're not a creator or like are a creator, I literally encourage everyone to make content, and it's not like something to be like in a facade or something. Because for me, like, I create content, and the vlogs I was so like attracted to because I want to be able to like document that memory. And like, I started like my YouTube channel like back when I was like in college, but like I didn't really do anything with that, and I really wish that I started early on then, because there are so many moments and so many like milestones that I wish I recorded, but obviously we were like in the moment then, and I just really wish that I started like early on so that I have those memories to look back in. And I think like, I hope that our friends are getting used to like us vlogging, because I think obviously at the beginning people were like, oh, this is like interesting, and they're kind of like awkward. But I'm also here to say that like, I guarantee you 5 years from now, or like maybe even less than that, you're gonna look back at those times and you're gonna be like, dang, like, I'm really glad that someone like recorded that memory or documented it.
Yeah.
As we get older, like, our memory is like literally getting lost. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I have really terrible like a really terrible time recalling some of my memories now. So I'm just like, not because I don't want to, but it's just like,
because we have more things to worry about as adults.
Yeah.
And there's just not enough capacity in our brain,
like,
you know?
I'm literally at max capacity right now in my brain. So like, I really value recording, even though it's like really awkward. And like, I hope that if you're like someone who wants to vlog, that you encourage your friends, like, you know, like, obviously, yeah, it's gonna be awkward, but it's totally okay, because like, you're gonna look back at it. And even some of my old vlogs ish that I recorded when I was younger, I look back at it, I'm like, dang, those were like some really fun times. And even if I might be with people that I may not talk to or I'm not close to anymore, I still like treasure those memories. So I'm like, I really want to like make sure I continue having those like vlogs and like those memories. So we've been really recording like random moments, like we've been having a lot of trips this year, like staycations for myself. I mean, you're like also internationally traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So it's good to
It's just
record.
nice. It's like, you know, when you were younger and your parents whipped out the video camcorder, or I don't know, maybe I'm like aging myself here, but it's like when your parents used to make those home videos of you, or like they would record you, and it's like, it's nice to have those memories, because like, you're not, as you age, you're not going to remember all the little details of everything. Like, you might remember like, oh, like, yeah, I went on this trip, but you're not going to remember the like funny moments in between, you know? And I think what's so great about vlogging is like, if we're able to capture that in real time and just all the memories, and like Nina says, it's like nice to have a little memory to look back on, and it just feels like a little memory book, a little journal, a little diary. And I actually, a lot of my friends now, like my non-content creator friends, like they've gotten used to me just vlogging. Like, I'll vlog at their weddings, I'll vlog at their birthdays, and I'll vlog for July 4th weekend. And they're totally cool with it, because now they see like, I put out these vlogs, and they're like, wow, this is so nice, because it's like we get to recap the trip, and we get to watch it, and like we'll have this forever for us to look back on. And just like you, like, I kind of wish I started vlogging earlier, because I wish I had like those memories I could really look back on in one place from college, you know, or like all the memories I've had post grad. And
there's like so many memories, and like we're like so young too back then. And then it's like, dang, those were like, if those are like your prime time in life, it's like, I kind of wish like I recorded that. But you know, there's no harm in starting now, you know. And I liked what you said. We have a friend named like Esther, who we had like lunch, like a late lunch
with,
like recently. And you both had said something like, oh, you know, it was reference to like our parents, but also as a reference like to ourselves, like, this is the first time we're experiencing life for the first time, or this is the first time we're at this age, like 21, like 67 or whatever. So it's like, you know, we're only here to live this life now, and it's like you're only gonna experience this one moment uniquely right now, so it's like might as well document it while you can.
Yeah,
So,
and it's okay to be cringe. Honestly, post the cringy content. Who cares what other people think about you?
yeah.
I mean, I highly encourage, like, if you like now is the time. I don't even think it's like a saturation thing where like it's like everyone, there's space for everyone here to be making content, to be expressing themselves and however they want to express themselves, like. And it doesn't even matter like the whys behind like why you want to make content. Is it because like of creative expression? Is it because you want a side hustle and you want to make some extra cash? Like in this economy, heck yeah, like everyone could use a little bit extra money here and there to like spend, you know, on like whatever they want to spend on. And I'm telling you, like yes, there's some cons that comes with making content and being, you know, putting yourself out there or putting yourself on the internet, because, you know, you're welcoming people to maybe make some not so great comments to you. But there's so many pros that come with it. Like, I've made some great friendships because of it. Like, I met Nina because I created content, you know? Like, this wouldn't be happening if we didn't both start our content creation journey. And like, you know, like, I have a lot of friends who ask me like, how are you able to afford like traveling so much?
Yeah.
It's because I make content, and not necessarily like I'm getting like money, but it's like, you know, in exchange for all the time I'm putting into making content, I can enjoy like really great restaurants and dining sometimes, because I don't like, you know, I'll pay for the tip and things like that, but I maybe in exchange for a post, like I am able to experience like a restaurant that I've always wanted to try, you know? Or like even me traveling, like I've been able to have some great collaborations internationally, and like that would have never happened if I didn't start just posting the cringy TikToks. Like, I know there's gonna, like, I probably have a ton of haters out there who probably make fun of me. Like, me and Nina are always like, why does this post always have so many shares? I'm pretty sure it's like, sometimes I'm thinking like, oh, it's probably people who are like
Hating on us?
on us, and they're sharing it with their little clique that they're hating on us. I'm like, yeah, okay, you're sitting around sharing our content, hating on us, but we're out here like living our best life, doing what we love, and being able to work with brands, companies that we could only dream of, you know, like we're like making our dreams come true. So, you know, if this is something you've kind of thought about and you're kind of scared to, like, just do it. Like there's gonna be, like, your life will change in like the most, like in the best possible way, you know. Or that's what I think.
Yeah, no, I like making content, and I think that's like whether it's for like the money or not, it's like the idea about being able to have like that experience. Like, I really value like experiences, and it's like, if I like, I don't need to have something like super fun every day, but I want to be able to experience something that I like and enjoy doing, and that I'm either relaxing or I'm enjoying doing something. So like, I think it finds me peace, and I think that's why, like, as we create more content, like that's something that I continuously want to do. And you know, some people might not understand, and you know, they find expression through working out or working, like making music or like photography, but like my choice is like content, and it's like not supposed to be on like a superficial level because that's what you all see, you know, but it's like something that I like genuinely like doing, and like that's like my passion. So I appreciate that we've been doing that, like this podcast, doing the vlogs, having like it be fun. And I think like as we keep doing it and the more that we do it, like we just get better over time. And that's something where I see like as not really like in the physical tangible, but like it's more like tangible results, because I'm like, I can see myself like growing confident, growing more comfortable in myself. And like, I think I obviously in these past like weeks in our podcast, I've been mentioning like I've been very like struggling to get that confidence back in myself. And I do think like this podcast has really helped me gain my voice back, especially, I mean,
ironic,
sorry, yeah. Like, I don't know if you've also noticed my voice is still wrecked, like however like long it's been, but yeah, I know I'm gonna get better, don't worry guys, it'll be thriving by the time you see us in February. But I definitely think like this podcast has done like a great wonder to even my speech too. Like, I
like public speaking.
Yeah, public speaking. Like,
even though you're just speaking to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I've been good at it like when I was in high school, but then something in between like college and now, it has gone down a lot more.
Also, it's different, right? Because when you're public speaking, usually it's like you're doing a 10-minute max presentation.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like, how do you hold a conversation for an hour?
Yeah.
And like, you have to, you know, sometimes either prep for it or like learning how to just improvise sometimes.
Yeah.
Is like thinking of questions on the spot. Nina's really good at that.
Dude, I can be blind. I'm not that blind. I could be like not blind, like almost brain off when it comes to like blabbing, because I can like my brain can turn
you're
off.
a yapper for sure.
Like I can yap and like ask questions that still make sense and also respond to you even though I don't even know what's going on in my brain. Sometimes it's like blank.
See, I wish I had that skill. I don't, and I struggle. I think sometimes, especially when we have guests, you're really good at asking questions. Sometimes I get a little bit stuck, or I like almost like blank out in my head. But I think because of this podcast, it's like I've had to learn how to like speak better, how to like ask questions on the spot, or like continue a flow of conversation. And you know, I think for you and me, social media content creation is a constant learning process for us, because there's no cookie cutter way of doing social media. It's constantly changing, and there was no like textbook for it. Like we never studied, like I didn't study this, you know, like this is far from the major I had in college, and everything I've done over the years is all trial and error. And I think that's also like another thing where it's like people sometimes they want things to be perfect before they put it out on to the internet, and I'm just telling you, like, it doesn't need to be perfect. Just put it out there, and then you can kind of like work with it over time and like learn and grow and be better at it. If you wait till the day it's going to be perfect, you're never going to actually post the content. Does that make sense?
You have to like enjoy the process, and you can't get better without like trying. And it's like for us, what I think we've gained too is like doing the podcast has helped us like get better hooks when we're doing like our voiceovers. And like we've been practicing like doing like a hook. If you guys notice, like at the beginning of our podcast, we'll have like sort of a hook at the beginning, and then it cuts into our intro video, and then like the rest of the podcast. But we've also applied that skill to like our own voiceovers, and then even for like our vlogging. Technically, like when I'm in like the moment, I like don't kind of know what to say, but then like our podcast has kind of like helped us like kind of ask ourselves questions, even if we might be only talking to ourselves. Like at least with the podcast we get to talk to each other, but for vlogs we're kind of like talking to only you guys, but it's like only to our camera, so we're not really like paying attention, or not paying attention, we're not like talking directly to someone. So I think we've gotten a little bit better with like talking in the moment, and like
and just not being afraid to be talking to a camera by ourselves in public. I feel like, because I think we always kind of you can't help but think like, oh, what are people thinking about me, or like, are they gonna judge me, things like that. And I think through the vlogging process we've kind of built that confidence where it's like I could go grab a meal by myself and vlog and sit there and talk to a camera. Like, not saying it still doesn't make me nervous, but I definitely I'm a little less nervous than I was before.
I think sometimes when I'm like recording, like vlogging, I'm kind of treating it like I'm on a call, on like a phone call. I'll be like, oh yeah, like so today we did that, and make it sound like I'm talking to someone, so it doesn't sound like off. And if you're someone who wants a vlog, just stick an AirPod in your ear and pretend that you're talking to someone on the phone, and then just like start vlogging. Like, you know, advice. Like that might be like good, because then it might make you less self-conscious, and people like, you can just make sure you're constantly putting your hair behind your ear or something, so people see that you're wearing the AirPod, and then maybe like think like, oh, she's probably on the phone, I guess. But that's like one thing to do. But yeah, definitely this like podcast like has helped me better with my flowing conversation that I think I kind of lost, just like talking more fluidly, and just not having a lot of like filler words. Like I'll still say like and everything and pause, but I'd rather pause than say if that makes sense.
I'm still working through that.
Really? I feel like I don't really hear you.
Oh, really? I'm trying really hard not to use filler words. But it's not easy, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of, you know, who's really good at not using filler words? Alex Earl.
Oh, she's very good.
She's so good. And I just see people like bigger creators, they inspire me because I want to be like them one day. but yeah, I look up to people like Alex Earl, who's like hustling, who's like really worked really hard, but you know, she kind of started where we were, you know, and she's had to like work and learn on the way, and I just feel like that's kind of the journey we've been on, even with this podcast. So
well, like a trick for that though, they said that if you feel like you're going to say a filler word, just pause or talk slower. So that's actually something that I had been struggling with because I talk really fast. So sometimes it's hard for people to keep up with me in conversation because I'm just like rapid fire when I'm talking. So I've been trying to talk a little bit slower so that it's a bit more digestible for people. Because I also don't want the other person to feel overwhelmed with how much words I'm putting in one breath. So pausing and just talking a little bit slower, it sounds like really easy, but it's kind of hard for me. But I've been trying to practice that a lot more. If you compare, for example, our first episodes, I was definitely like just rapid fire talking, and then in addition to that, I was also saying like almost every like 5-10 words, and I found that so annoying. But it's only when obviously I look back at those episodes, and because I made that realization really early on, I was trying to stray from doing that in future podcasts. And I also obviously notice that too when I'm editing like the short form content, and then sometimes I'll relay it to Tiff or something. Like before, early on, Tiff would always not have the mic talking to her. I mean, sorry, she would not have the mic facing her mouth.
I feel like
she would have it like
sideways,
going around, and like she wouldn't talk directly to the mic. And really early on, people were making comments being like, I can't hear Tiff. And then
but now I'm very like mindful and aware, so I keep it, you know, close to my mouth. You know, it's important to have good mic techniques, especially if you're on a podcast. So
but
that's what I was working on.
But I'm grateful that people like commented that or said that to us,
because we wouldn't have known to work on it.
And then I was like, dang, like, and then I remember like, what are people talking about? Because I'm with her in the moment, so I don't notice it. But then when I like look back at the episode, like in editing, I'm like, oh, I see, it's probably because she's not facing the mic. And then it's so different from when I'm talking. If you guys are watching YouTube and like listening or watching, like there's a difference where I'm talking to mic, and then when I'm talking like this, like a move of the mic is like so different. So that's like one thing. And then now I'm even so particular on the sound quality of like our mics.
Yeah, it was a learning process, you know. I mean, for the longest time, we would vlog. So right now we have our DJI set up, and we have the camera facing us so we can see the screen, like we can see ourselves on camera. Literally for half of this year,
oh my god,
it was turned around. Like we couldn't see ourselves vlogging. And when I think it was when we had Carolyn on, she's like,
why don't you guys just let the camera face you?
And we were like, oh my god, we're so dumb.
I know, like I'm pretty sure that was more than half in the year, because her episode was like
later summer.
And I was like, you're right, how come we are not using the selfie mode? I don't know why. I think it's because like with your phone, like obviously the best quality is like the back camera, so I just didn't really think. But the thing is, with the DJI camera, it records, it can flip the camera, it's like the same lens, it just has a 360 orientation. So
we're so silly,
I know. But hopefully like
but we learned, you know?
But hopefully in the future we're like wanting to upgrade our equipment, and then obviously like a goal too is like having potentially maybe more camera angles, or just like more equipment where like for example, we have like a transmitter like device that records our audio separately than the vlog itself, and then we sync the audio for later. So I'm hoping later that we'll just have like maybe a producer or something not editing in real time, but just switching up the angles, because that could be also easier like later. But since it's just like us now, it's not too bad how we're doing and running things, and I think we have a very cozy aspect to our podcast. Maybe you need to get like a pink couch for us.
Maybe honestly, dude, I would love that.
But your L-shaped is nice too.
It's cozy too. I don't know, who knows. I mean, I've been at my apartment now for 3 years, which is pretty long. I think it's the longest I've ever stayed anywhere. Actually, no, my Woodland Hills, I was there about 3 years too. But I'm saying like I've reached 3 years now, and I'm going on I don't know how long I'm gonna stay there for. I don't know if I'm gonna move anytime soon.
Yeah.
But wherever I move to next, definitely will consider like the podcast like studio setup, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe we can like talk about like what are some of like our favorite episodes from this year. And if you guys haven't gotten a chance to look at it, you can look back too, because it's all on our channel.
Yeah.
But I think obviously like we've had some really great guests, and it's funny because my mom also watches our podcast, but I think she only really watches the podcast episodes with the guests on it, and she really liked the DIY raves. People
That
when we
was
had
fun.
like Aiku and Roy come.
Yeah.
That was I think it was a couple months ago. So those are the
Yeah.
two guys who were, one's a DJ and then one's his manager, who did the pop-up raves at like a KBBQ restaurant and Shabu restaurant.
And now they're doing pop-up raves everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they're in New York right now. I think
Yeah.
Aiku has a show there, and they're just all over traveling, and we're so happy for them and their success.
Yeah, and that was like a really eye-opening like experience too, because it's like really nice to hear other people's passions, and like
Yes.
we really need to. I think that's how we're bringing like humanity back, by showing like that compassion and passion for things. So it's really like enlightening when we have people who are not like in the food space or maybe even content creation doing their own thing,
Yeah.
creating that diversity in a way. So those were like they were one of our like my favorite guests too that we've
Yeah.
had. I mean, also, by the way, I love all our guests.
Yeah, like we
too.
love all of our friends, all of our guests. Like it's just nice knowing that we have friends who are also supportive of like coming on here
Yeah,
to talk, like to spend their day to like
talk for like
talk for an hour with us
Yeah.
and just hang out. Like it means so much to us, and for that we're so grateful. I feel like I actually really enjoy sometimes our episodes when it's just the two of us,
Yeah.
because I think it gives our viewers kind of an insight on our friendship and our relationship, and we dive into like a lot deeper topics that
Yeah.
I think are more relatable for people like
True,
you know,
yeah.
every day, like whenever it comes to like friendships, relationships. I think, okay, this is probably I don't know if it's like my favorite episode, but I think it's probably one of my most memorable ones, because it was so vulnerable. And yeah, it's like memorable because it was a little bit painful, but I think it was one of our better episodes too, because it kind of gave viewers like an insight of like we're human too, and like whatever you're going through, we're going through too. It's the episode where after I ended things with Cybertruck,
Yeah.
and I was like literally crying to you on this this
Yeah.
on the couch, and just talking about my experiences, and just like how like dating is so hard these days, and just like I understand every single girl out there who's like going through heartbreak or trying to date, because I went through it, and then I got to, you know, you guys got to see a side of me that you don't necessarily like. I do not post that kind of content on social media,
Like on her food page.
yeah, on my food page, or even really my TikTok. Like I feel like, you know, my social media a lot of times is a highlight reel, and I don't really show like the, you know, the negative things that I'm going through, or like my really hard times. So being able to share that with you guys and have Nina kind of help like navigate that conversation, I think is like, in a way, like it was a really great episode.
Almost healing, I guess.
It was healing.
Like
It
the
was
podcast has been
therapeutic.
healing, you know.
Yeah, for both of us.
Yeah, no, I obviously like the way that we talk right now, that's naturally how we kind of talk to each other. And it just feels like there's like another person there. But then it's like the raw like emotion is like something that I think we wanted to bring that personableness, I guess,
Yeah.
to our content that obviously we couldn't really find just through food. Like we can't just cry over food, you know? Like
Should that be like a new series?
what are you crying over spilled milk? What is that? What is that phrase? Like milk crying over what?
Yeah, crying over spilled
Well,
milk,
spilled
I
milk?
think.
Yeah, whatever. I can't.
You got it
I
right.
still don't even know what
You
it
got
is.
it right. You got it right.
Yeah, but that could be as our segment. Like, but yeah, I think it's really brought a different level to like our content creation. It's just us as creatives in general. So I think like with the way that we talk, the way that we're bringing that authenticity, it just kind of like there's no easier way to make content than just being yourself. And I think like we wear like our person, or like just how we are like already, or we present ourselves to the world.
Is it like we wear our heart on our sleeve?
Yeah, dude, I'm just pulling out all these phrases that I don't even know how to like what the correct phrase is. I'm so bad at phrases, I'll be honest. Like I know I've heard it before, but I'm like, okay, where's the milk in the
okay. I'm really bad sometimes too, where I'll like jumble things. Like I remember in high school, I would be like talking to my classmate, and I'd be like, "There's a desk on your mess," and he'd be like, "What?"
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh shoot, I meant there's like a mess on your desk."
Yeah, like I'm like it almost sounds like I don't get English, which I kind of don't already, but it's like it's fine. But yeah, like in that reference about like wearing like our personality on our sleeve, or just being like authentic. Like authentic
what you
who we
see
are.
is what you get. I think that's what a lot of people comment on too. Like when they tell us, they're like, "Oh yeah, like." How we see you like through our phones is actually how you are in real life.
Yeah.
And so I think for that, I'm very proud of both of us, is like we're able to maintain like that genuine, authentic self.
Yeah, it's hard to maintain like this fakeness like online. Like I don't know how people like do it, but like sometimes it's also easier for people to play into a character too, but it's not like we're really playing our character. Like I am the character.
Yeah, like when you see me and Nina doing stupid, silly little TikToks dressed as like two twin boys, I mean,
yeah, that's like that's pure, that's enjoyment.
Yeah,
for us.
like we're having fun. We think it's funny and like silly, and that's just our character, and that's
our shtick.
Yeah, it's our personality. So
yeah. So, did we even wear the wigs on the podcast?
Oh my god, we didn't this year.
What the heck? We literally said we would do that within the first like 10 episodes, but I think
I need to find the wig. I feel like we haven't
done any wig content in a while.
We haven't done any this year. The last time was last year, October, when we were in Malibu with the girls for the girls trip.
That long ago?
This year went by so fast. Oh my god, I can't believe we didn't do it.
Oh my god, we
didn't
do
Zach
any
and
Zach
Cody
and Cody
content.
stuff.
Okay. Well,
okay. BRB guys.
Yeah.
Like, the first episode back will be like
in blonde wigs.
Who's that? new us guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just been like a really good year, and I think like this podcast has just really like inspired me to do more content, and then just actualize my dream about wanting to be a full-time creator. And that's something that I've like slowly kind of been mentioning on the podcast, and maybe I'm saying that as a way to convince myself like, okay, you can do it. But it's just slowly like getting there, and I think as we get like more into long form content, that's just going to be like better and more like fulfilling, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
so what are some of the things you wanted to accomplish this year and you like didn't? Like any New Year's resolutions?
Oh my god, it's always like
yourself?
Yeah. I mean, it's always like the fitness journey has always been kind of a struggle, but it's always so hard during the holidays, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like eating nonstop since like October.
Dude, when I decentered men from my life this year before I met my boyfriend, I lost 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And then we started dating, and now we've been dating for like 3 months. Well, when this comes out, like 3-4 months. I gained all 10 pounds back.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
It's because I guess it's like happy weight, because you just eat a lot when you're happy with your partner.
Yeah, no, dude.
So yeah, now I'm on my fitness journey again to try to lose some of that weight. But it's the holidays, so it's like you said, it's hard.
Yeah, no, dude, because I've been like on medication, like just medicine. Like I think that's kind of messing up my system. Like I can tell like my body is like being like reactive to the medicine, like and then like my face is more puffy and stuff, so I just need to get back into like the rhythm. And I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I think I will take any holistic medicine out there. And then like I have been taking magnesium a lot, like magnesium glycinate, very consistently actually, and so I think my sleep has definitely been improving in the sense that the quality is good no matter how many hours it might be. But I definitely think like that has been better. My anxiety has been a little bit better, but then just the medicine I've been taking to like get rid of this freaking cough is like rough, because like my voice is wrecked, and then also medicine makes you like bloated and stuff. Yeah. So I've been
You don't look bloated though, so
dude, I'm like so bloated. And dude, I was like, no joke, I'm not gonna show it actually, but on my Google search bar, I was like, does coughing get you abs? Because like coughing fits get you abs. And then I asked my boyfriend, and he's like, no, like there's no way.
But sometimes it feels like
it feels like that. I'm
really
like
bad cough,
and I was like, dang, I can feel it on my sides. Like it's a
yeah,
workout.
It's a workout.
And then,
obliques, work out your obliques.
yeah, and I was like, if I'm gonna get abs, I'm gonna cough my way through it. But I heard that it is not. So that is false information, and you can get like a herniated disc if you're like, because if it's like the motion from your back too, because you're not probably coughing from like your abs, you're coughing from probably your back, and it's like,
I see.
Yeah, so that's
crazy.
the only thing. Like
It's
you're not coughing like a side crunch, you know? Like
maybe every time you need a cough,
I need to do like a mountain climber or something.
No, you have to get in the side crunch position.
Yeah, like like
Or help use it to help you actually do a crunch.
But
that's so funny.
Yeah, and something that like that's something that I've struggled abs like struggled with like just maintaining like a disciplined like workout routine.
Yeah, no, it's hard, dude. I totally get you. It's like you have to be very aware of like what you're putting in your body, and like as food content creators too, it's really hard. I'm not gonna lie, but we're managing. We're doing our best here.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, remember when I think it was like, was it our very first episode? We were going through like our New Year's resolutions, and I was like, I'm gonna try to read one book a quarter.
Oh yeah, I know.
I read 0 books this year, guys. Yeah, I had a feeling I wouldn't be able to achieve it just because I don't have time to read. One a quarter was very like, yeah, it was unrealistic. Maybe next year's will be one for the year.
I think putting it into quarters is very tangible.
Okay.
Because I think because I had goals for each quarter, that made me better for achieving my goals. Because it's kind of like that thing where like, don't promise yourself to lose like 10 pounds, and then when you don't reach that, you're gonna be like, oh fuck, like like you're gonna be like, oh shoot, you're gonna like not like you don't feel accomplished from that. But then you're like, okay, why don't I first try to lose like 2 pounds? Like you have to set those goals, so once you achieve that small goal, then you're able to do it. So I think separating it by quarters makes it easier to like do.
Maybe I will do one book every 6 months.
Oh yeah, that's 2 books.
Do 2 books next year. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No,
it's
that
just
makes sense.
I never have time.
Yeah, no, that makes sense because I actually I should have changed my goal before when I was doing the YouTube stuff. I told myself I was gonna do 1 vlog every week, but I think that's too much. And I think if I promised myself I would release like 10 vlogs a quarter, that's better. Or if it's like at least 2 vlogs every month, because it's better than, because I've always seen people being like, you know, it's better to have like at least if you set yourself up like, oh, you're gonna post every week and then you miss a week, then you feel like you failed. But then if you say like, oh, at least I just want to do like 2 vlogs a month, it doesn't matter when you're gonna post those in the month. It could be back to back or just like
one in the beginning,
one at the end. And the thing is, it's like at least you did 2 vlogs instead of doing like none at all, because if you get discouraged by not having 1 vlog a week, then you're like, okay, you're thrown off,
and then you're like, I don't want to continue now.
Yeah, or you might be like, okay, I'm gonna try next month, but then you don't reach it that month, and you're like, oh well, I didn't succeed at all. So don't try to set it up for yourself, and just make it easier by being like, okay, what's the minimum? Okay, let's just do 2 vlogs in this time, in a bigger timeline. So that's one thing. So books was not a thing for you. You can do 2 books in the year.
Dude, we'll strive for that next year, but I really don't know. It's so funny. My friend lent me, was it the ACOTAR series?
Oh yeah.
She lent it to me last year, like summer, end of summer, beginning of fall last year, 2024. It's still sitting in my living room.
Dude.
Have not touched it. Still in the bag. Have not even taken it out. It's maybe I'll get to it next year.
Yeah. There's no way I'm gonna read a book. I'm tired of reading. I would read like self-help books or something, or do like those workbooks like on manifestation or whatever. But I have yet to complete one, so that's something that you do.
Yeah, it just sucks because I used to love reading growing up, but nowadays I'm like, I feel like this weird thing where it's like, if I'm reading, am I not being efficient because I could be using that time to be like finishing my other work, or like I feel like I always have a list of things to do constantly. Like there is never a day where everything in my life like on my list has been checked off. Like there's always gonna be something to do, you know. And I just feel like I wish I could get over the, like, I don't know if it's like a mental block where I'm like, if I'm reading, like, could I be using my time more wisely doing all the other things I need to be doing, which is like so bad, you know. Like it should be like, it's the same as like if someone's like watching TV, like it's like a nice break for you. But for some reason with reading, I don't have that kind of relationship yet, and I would like to get back to that, because I see how a lot of my friends love reading. I used to love reading growing up, and I don't know why, like I don't know what happened in between.
You know, for me, like I'm not really a big fan of reading, and that might like trigger people because you're like, oh no, reading is like really good. But for me, like I change it because I value learning something in like a YouTube video. So I actually watch a lot of marketing videos. So then if I'm not channeling it through like a book or something, I'm actually watching a lot of like YouTube videos, whether it's like marketing or something that I'm like learning something. That's how I change it, and that's my exchange for a book. I'll watch.
You know,
I watch that
sense,
pretty consistently
people are different learners. You got like visual learners, audio learners, learning like someone has to learn, but through like interactive things. So I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe next year I'll be better about reading.
Wait, are you still doing Pilates? Or?
Yes, I still do Pilates, so at least I kept that up. I kind of lost my way in the last few months not doing my 10K steps a day.
Oh yeah.
But it's because around August, September, I sprained my ankle, and then in Greece I sprained it again because I fell down the stairs in our hotel.
There was 2 steps.
Yes. Yeah, it's embarrassing, but I think it was the same ankle I had sprained the month before, and I don't think it ever really fully healed. And then to sprain it again, I had to just take some time off, like not walking, because I like going on walks because it actually made it worse. So I took like literally a month off, from a month, 2 months from walking. And I think because it threw me off that like disciplined schedule I had, that's also probably part of the reason why I gained all my weight back. But I'm trying to be better about it now and more intentional, and like waking up early to go on walks. And I think it doesn't help with like the whole like daylight savings thing where like now we are, you know, we
losing a day.
Yeah,
I mean, not losing a day, losing
time. Yeah. And like it gets dark at 5, but before I could, you know, go on a walk after work during sunset, it's still like 6, 7, 8. But now if it gets dark at 5, I'm not, like, as a female, I'm not going to be walking around the city by myself in the dark. It's just not safe. So then I'm like, well, then I can't get my walks in after work. So then does that mean like I have to wake up even earlier to go on my walks in the morning? And that's a lot harder, you know, because like I stay up late because I have my full-time job, and then I do like the social media, which is like a second job, and then even like, you know, there's just a lot going on. And so it's like I'm sacrificing a lot of sleep, you know, and it's like sometimes I just want to sleep in for an extra half an hour, and then I just miss my walks, and then it throws me off again. So
yeah, I had a really good rhythm with like my workout before, where I was like eating good, like working out good, but then something always happens, like maybe it's like my time of the month, I get sick or a vacation, and it just really throws me off. And it's really hard for me to like get back into it. But hopefully like this coming year it might be a little bit better, and that's not too like taxing, I guess. But yeah, is there like goals that you have for like next year, personally?
I don't know. I feel like probably just be better about pushing out content.
Yeah.
I definitely get burnt out a lot sometimes. It's hard to juggle a lot of things going on, and as you get older, things get busier. There's just more things you need to do when it comes to your friendships, relationships, because like everyone's getting married, so you gotta travel for weddings or like people's birthdays, and it's just people's families, you know, and then, you know, your now it's like you have your friends' kids who are also having birthdays, you know, and you have to go to those things.
She's saying that right now because there's like outside there's like this family with like happy birthday balloons
with little kids. Yeah.
And
so,
I was definitely like with little kids, and I was definitely distracted while she was like saying that.
Yeah, but it's hard. Yeah, so I think I want to focus more on like pushing out content. I know my like full-time job is going to get busier too. Like it's already getting really busy now where we're like having to work overtime, and next year they've warned us like it's going to get really busy too.
Do you know when that's going to be busy?
They said around March, which sucks because it's our birthday month, and that's kind of like it kicks off like when things get crazy, because then like April I have people's birthdays, I have Coachella, then May it's like you know, more people's birthdays, I don't know, but and then people are getting married, so I just want to be more consistent about pushing out like content, learning more on that aspect of things, and then focusing more on my health journey again, and just like getting back on track for that. I think those two are going to be my main goals for now. I haven't really thought about it for next year, to be honest. I think it'll be nice for you and I to take January off to kind of
to just reevaluate,
reset. Yeah, so then maybe our first episode back, I'll have like a more concrete list of things I do want to accomplish for the year. But for now, I'm like in holiday season mode, and I just want to like turn my brain off.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, I also have those same goals. It's just like bettering my content and then getting back on like a health routine. And I think for like content too, like I want to start, like I've already started expanding this year outside of food, to just do like travel things or just like activities or like comedy like stuff. So that's something that I always wanted to do, and I think just harness that a little bit better. And then I think to like just create more long form content. And I'm kind of like in the works too, where I want to create like a series on my channel where I want to talk about like how to be friends with people, like because I think that's something that I'm not like no expert at, but I definitely feel like I'm good at making friends. But I also have those same shares with people of having struggles with friends. So I think like that's something that I want to talk about my channel, and even on my TikTok too, and talk a little bit more like personable, because I have, it's just a specific vision. So maybe like by next year you might see it a bit more frequently, or maybe now, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's good because then you can kind of talk about your experiences, and like you can kind of be, you know, talk about it in your own words, but also like people are going to be able to relate to it, because maybe there's people going through what you've been through, but they don't really have people to talk about it with, and I think that's really hard to go through alone. So I think it'd be so great for you to share your struggles in the past, and like how things are for you now, how you know, how you like, what are the things you've learned on how to be like a good friend, and what other people can do, so then, you know, people can watch it and see like, you know, maybe either learn from it or like feel not alone, because I know that's really hard.
Yeah, like I definitely relate to all those feelings that you were mentioning, and it's also like I kind of want to, it's not you've seen those types of people who are like, oh, like this is your big sis, or this is like your mom or whatever, but I'm not trying to be like towering over someone, being like, oh, I'm trying to be called like a big sis or something, but I just want to be like, I don't know what that title is. Yeah, it's just like a friend. Yeah. And I think that's something that I feel like I resonate with, like just being a friend, but I need to figure out that title and see like what,
like a pal.
Yeah, like your
Filipina pal.
Your Filipina pal or something. Yeah, I really have to like strategize it a little bit like better, but that's something that I think that's what I want to talk about, and that's what like I find like curious and not urgent, but just like something relatable.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we'll see what next year brings us. I'm really hoping it's gonna be a good year. I feel like this year it was a really good year for us. Like I feel like this year was a lot better of a year for me than 2024. So I'm hoping like 2026 is even better than 2025. Yeah,
2026, I'm hoping that we'll just have more topics that we can talk about, more like people that we can be friends with, and just like have more conversations and experiences. And I already foresee us like kind of making more of our podcast content a bit more intentional, because I think we kind of go on here and just talk about like whatever like we might be thinking of in the moment. But I think we really want to like power in those like each episode with something with a lot of notes, facts, or whatever, but also just bringing more people that's like diverse and expanding our knowledge, because it's better to just be more aware of things going on.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so I think our first episode is probably going to be launching on
in February.
Yeah, in February. We'll set the promise at least like the first week of February. So the first week of February would be like, actually the first week of February starts on Sunday, so it's like almost
like, perfect.
Yeah, February, like the first week of February. Just like stay tuned for that. But you can always follow our channels and continue more.
Yeah, but thank you so much for tuning in with us this year. We really appreciate it. Thanks for following along on our journey, all our ups and downs, and kind of just like sticking with us through all the little obstacles we've had, and supporting us. And hopefully, you know, you continue along with our journey into next year, because there's going to be a lot more exciting things to come. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Stay safe.
Yes.
I mean, you know where to find us at Just One by Pod. We release every episode every week starting February. But if you haven't gotten a chance to like see some of the episodes we have had in the year, definitely look back at those, because we have some really great episodes. And if you resonate with them, like let us know. We're always like watching our comments. On even like older videos too. So yeah, stay tuned and Happy New Year. Well, that signs off for like the last day of our season.
Yeah, so, the last episode of the year. So yeah, goodbye 2025.
Yeah, bye 2025. See you next year. I mean, not you, but like 26. We'll see you there. Bye.